We're going to have fun. My connection's bad tonight.
Oh, I love it.
All right, here we go. Fly, Eagles, fly. Hey, wasn't me.
What?
Wasn't me. I was adjusting my microphone.
Look at you.
Hi, everybody. We didn't advertise tonight, so if you're here, you're the best. If you're not here, hopefully you'll show up, or just listen to the podcast version.
Yeah,
Later.
find it anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google
YouTube.
Podcasts. Now it's going to be YouTube Music. They're getting rid of Google Podcasts. It's very upsetting.
That's a shame.
Yeah, they decided that they didn't want to, brand Google Podcasts. They thought it was too confusing.
Oh, my dog's having a blast right now.
So instead, it's just going to be in YouTube Music. So it's really hard to find. It's going to be delightful.
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought so. That's where we're at.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome. How was your weekend?
Just busy. I had a kid doing a show all weekend.
Hey, Charles. Hey, Dom. There he is.
Dom is here. He came to talk to you about some Eagles sports
We'll get there.
stuff, I'm sure.
We'll get there in a minute.
Yeah, I was watching Freaky Friday all week. It was my kids' play, so that was exciting. That was a thing. Watched some shows, watched a movie or two that I could squeeze in. Thought a movie came out, but it didn't, so I didn't watch that one.
Same.
And that was about it, man. It was fairly quiet week. Ramping up for St. Patty's Day weekend this week. So, just taking it easy for a little bit. How about you?
I had more interaction with people this weekend than I have in like the last month, and I hated it.
Oh, that sounds awful.
So let's see. Friday night I had a hockey game, but it was also Erica's 40th birthday party over in not Delran. I'm sorry, where they live down in West Bumble-ish.
Yep.
New
I've
Jersey.
heard of that place.
Yeah. So, because I drive Ange, because she doesn't like driving at night, she had to actually go watch me play hockey.
Oh.
And then we went to the birthday thing. So there's a whole bunch of people there, handful of people there. And then Saturday it was over to Jimmy's for Jay's birthday. It was just like 4 of us, so that was nice. And then Sunday, I ended up going to Ott's in Delran to see Mikey B for his birthday, his 40th birthday.
It's a lot of birthdays. All these people seem to be
a
getting
lot of-
old, Frank, is all I'm learning.
2 40th birthdays. And if it wasn't that big number, I wouldn't, you don't 34, 35, 36, who gives a shit? 40 is a little bit of a bigger number when you know people for so long. And you remember Erica. Erica used to buy me, Berg, and Greg drinks at the Pennant all the time before she was married.
I remember Erica.
Yes. So I had to go pay tribute to our former Mac machine. That's an inside joke.
I'm sure she's laughing as she's watching.
Oh yeah, she's laughing. No, I didn't watch a lot of stuff. I did a lot of WWE 2K24 this weekend.
Oh, that sounds like something that people play.
Video game. There's a so they have a showcase mode. In the showcase mode, they'll say WrestleMania 1, and then the showcase match was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. It was the big main event for the very first WrestleMania. Yeah. Everything's blurred out. The announcer's face, Howard Finkel, blurred out. The referee's face, Earl Hebner, blurred out.
Wasn't the announcer back then Mean Gene Okerlund?
Well, he was not the ring announcer.
Got it. He was the sideline.
The side.
Got it.
But all that stuff was blurred out. And then, of course, all the logos are blurred out because back then it was WWF. Yeah. They do that to this day. So I played a bunch of those, and they kind of do like one every few WrestleManias. And interspersed with the match, it transitions to the actual, like you're playing the match, and it's telling you like you have to meet these requirements to do, and then it transitions to the actual match, and you get to watch a little snippet of the actual match.
That's fun.
And then it transitions right back into the gameplay. It's pretty seamless, really well done.
Okay.
But so much is blurred out. the WrestleMania that was in Atlantic City, back way back,
Mm,
absolutely can tell that Donald Trump is sitting in the front row,
yeah.
and he's blurred out.
Yeah. Well,
But it's and they do that
that's
with
because they'd have to pay somebody to use their likeness.
yes, but they own the video that has the likeness in it, so when they show it on TV, it's not
Mm.
blurred out. It's weird, but they do that for a lot. There's Vince McMahon is sometimes blurred out, sometimes not blurred out.
Got it. Depends on where his
Um,
lawsuit was the day they did the coding.
yeah, yeah. Which speaking of that real fast, Brock Lesnar, who
Yeah.
was previously removed from all WWE promotional material and from the intro to the shows and the webpage, back on the webpage and rumored to be appearing tonight on Raw.
Oh, well,
On the
that's
network.
exciting for the raw dogs. Is that what they
Yes.
call the people that
That's
watch Raw?
not what they call.
I'm pretty
That's what he
sure I'm
would have
gonna call
done.
all of them raw dogs from now on.
That's what he would have done. But anyway, yeah. Um and then we had so that was my weekend. And then of course, today was the start of illegal tampering in the NFL.
And it is going nuts today.
It is going crazy for your hometown Philadelphia Eagles. They signed Bryce Harper from the Jets.
Nope.
No, close.
Bryson Huff.
So close.
Yep.
There's a B and an H in the name, right?
Yep.
I got it.
Yep.
And then they signed this running back. What's his name again?
Lane Dickerson.
No,
Oh.
no, he's the guard. There was a running back that they signed. Dom, are you still in the chat? Do you remember? Do you know the name of the running back that the Eagles signed today? Former Penn State great. Brian Buns. You got Brian Buns? Oh, Burns.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
So
he's an edge, but it's fine.
the Eagles signed Saquon Barkley, which, to be honest, yes, Pete got it, which I think is a complete overpayment. And
Yeah.
if he plays more than 6 games, it'll work out. Will be great.
I mean, to be fair, the Giants guy they just signed, they just gave a 5-year, $150 million max deal,
Jesus.
which is more by $100 million than what Saquon got coming to Philly. So,
Jesus.
yeah, there's all sorts of nonstop moves today.
Yeah.
It's crazy
No,
stuff.
there's a lot of great a lot of NFL moves today, yes. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Uncle Rico went to the Raiders.
Did he?
He did.
Russell Wilson went to the Steelers.
Yeah, Wednesday he will.
And the Steelers play the Broncos this year.
Oh, that's
I
exciting.
saw that little bye.
I hope it's in Denver.
Yeah. And not to just double down on Dom's awful day, as Dom being a New York fan, Garrett Cole, the star Cy Young Award-winning pitcher from the New York Yankees, has getting an MRI on his elbow. That's not good news.
Oh, that doesn't sound like good news.
That could be some Tommy John there. Yes, Pete. Saquon Barkley is the son of Sir Charles Barkley. Correct. It's not correct.
No, that's not. Are you sure? I feel like that's correct.
I feel like that's nowhere near right.
Since you mentioned him earlier, there's nothing I like better than the meme I saw the other day about Russell Wilson. To celebrate Russell Wilson's Broncos legacy, all Denver area Subway outlets will now serve his signature sub, the Danger Witch. That's priced at 37 times its value with a payment plan spanning over the next 5 years.
That's phenomenal.
It's so good.
Phenomenal.
And Pete asked if Saquon is the son of Sir Charles Barkley, and no.
No, he's not.
No.
I saw one of those. I know you don't do the TikTok anymore. And,
I do not.
Ray likes to send me the Skeletor ones, where the Skeletor's like,
yeah.
remember, and then he says this weird
they're
shit
all on Reels too.
Huh?
All those people post all their stuff to Reels at the same time.
The one that I saw today was, remember, someone singing happy birthday to you is like an ad you can't skip. I was like, oh my God.
Clearly there's somebody younger writing that one.
Yes. So we don't have a super ton.
Now, it's true. Since we were talking video games though before.
Yes.
How much longer do I wait before the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game drops down to the free game of the month. What do you
I
think?
would I would give it probably another maybe 2 months, and then it'll be the game of the month.
Yeah, it's 70% off already.
Jesus. I know it was dropping, but 70. I spent $60 on that damn game.
Yeah, it's much less than that now. I've been debating uh, what to do with that. And Dom says enjoy Saquon for
I said
5
6,
games.
so that's good.
Yeah,
Um,
not long.
yeah.
Look, I'm a Ravens fan. We just lost Gus Edwards to uh, the Chargers, so
Well,
one Harbaugh stealing from another.
you still have Martin Lawrence as a tight end, right?
Sure.
I forget his name. I draft him almost every other year.
Mark Andrews?
Yeah, here's the guy.
Yeah.
This wasn't even close. I was
There's
closer
so
with
many incorrect things
I was so much closer
comparing
with
those two people.
I was so much closer with the Bryce Harper one than I am
Yes.
with the Mark Andrews one.
Yeah, there's a lot more things that were aligned there, I think.
I think so, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw that about that. So I might try that wrestling game though that you mentioned.
It is a lot of fun. It takes a lot to get used to if you've never played one of those games before, and I never go deep into it, but this year I did. I'll send you my created character picture.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
Does it look like the Iron Sheik
Oh,
with a
no.
full beard that's a little gray?
Well, the beard is definitely grayed. I'll tell you his name. His name is, and you have to say it. I'll spell it for you. Rawr. That's right. His name is Rawr. Because he has
That's a good name.
He's got wolf feet.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
His name's Raw Dog. I'm just gonna
No,
call
no,
your
his
character
name's
Raw Dog from
Rawr,
now on.
or like rawr.
Yep. Yep. No, I got you. Still gonna call him Raw Dog.
Well, the second guy I make up can be Raw Dog. So Zack Snyder.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love Zack Snyder news.
Do we?
Zack Snyder has said that more people have watched Rebel Moon than Barbie.
Yep. Yep. He
Now,
has said that.
His
So
math,
this is why you don't let people go on the Joe Rogan show.
his math equals out to Zack Snyder says that Rebel Moon has been watched 80 to 90 million times on Netflix. And assuming each screening of Rebel Moon involves 2 people, this would translate to roughly 1.6 billion in revenue had it been released in the movies at this numbers, which would beat Barbie's 1.4 billion dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna wager that most of the diehard Zack Snyder fans would not watch a movie with somebody else because they're all single.
It's at 90 million views.
Okay, I'm still gonna go with that's
just
most of those are people that put it on and then fell asleep and didn't make it past the beginning. Is my guess.
I haven't touched it yet. I'm getting
or they were watching a good movie, and then that just popped up as the autoplay. You might like this, and there you go.
Right.
Next thing you know,
right.
they gotta back out all those autoplay views, which he definitely will not.
No, he won't. As you know, I started on the side watching that Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show.
Oh, good.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just about to start season 3 in my downtime when I'm not watching other things that I'm supposed to watch.
Yeah.
And you know that the Karate Kid movie is coming out this year.
Yes, somehow. That and Cobra Kai are both coming out this year, even though neither one of them really filmed yet.
Correct. Ming-Na Wen has been added to the Karate Kid movie cast in a mystery.
It's going to be Mrs. Miyagi.
She might be related to them. That's a good.
Yeah, she'll be like a long lost daughter because Mr. Miyagi, not the man we thought he was.
So far, the cast we have is Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso.
So is she younger than Ralph Macchio?
That's worth looking up. Jackie Chan as Mr. Han.
She's definitely younger than Jackie Chan.
Ben Wang as Li Fang.
Okay.
And then Joshua Jackson, Sadie Stanley, and Ming-Na Wen are to be determined. With movie hasn't even started filming yet.
All right. Ming-Na Wen was born in
I think she's in her what,
1963.
40s? Oh, 50s.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
Almost 60.
She was Mulan.
I know. I know.
61. She is 2 years younger than Ralph Macchio, who was
Wow.
only 42 years old when the first Karate Kid filmed. So,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, how does that make you feel?
Um, I mean, yeah, she was the voice of Mulan. She's been
Yeah,
Fennec
she was.
Shand in Star Wars in Book of
Yeah,
Boba Fett. She's in 136 episodes of Agents of Shield, which doesn't count in the Marvel universe.
I believe she starred in the Final Fantasy movie adaptation. I believe that was her voicing that back in the day.
Might be she was Chun-Li in Street Fighter.
Yeah, she's done a lot.
And
She's
I'm just reading
pretty,
off this
and she
webpage. I
is
didn't
the best fan ever. She gets
of what?
so excited
Oh yeah, yeah.
every time she's in one of these things. She was the only one who was a Disney princess and what was it? And a Star Wars something.
Oh, really?
Like she was the first one that played a Disney princess and like a Star Wars bounty hunter and a other one. She was probably in the Rockets briefly during the late
She
90s.
absolutely jacked back in the early aughts. She was in the Rockets.
Well, everybody was in the Rockets in the early odds for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Matt, our friend Matt gets really annoyed with me because he swears that whenever I bring up that time that I was involved with the band, I always say I was in the Rockets, and I swear to God, I say with
You
over
are
and
in quite a few pictures with the Rockets from that time
over.
frame.
I'm in a lot of pictures, okay, but I was never actually in said band. I was
No.
associated with said band.
Yeah. No. Even when we were at the rest stop and we were Fall Out Boy, you were not in the band.
Still one of the best stories ever.
So yeah.
I was in Fallout Boy, but I wasn't in the Rockets.
Right. So all right. So that's exciting about Karate Kid. Ming Na Wen. I'll take it. I'll take her in anything that she wants to be in.
Absolutely.
I did end up going back and finally finishing Jack Ryan. Speaking of
Oh,
relics
yeah?
from the 80s. Yeah.
That's worth it?
Yeah, it took a minute. I mean,
Okay.
I watched the first episode approximately 6 months ago. Whenever it aired, I watched it right away and I was like, I can't do it."
Yeah.
And then once it gets going, it's really good, but that first episode is set up as with most of these things is rough.
Okay.
And if you notice, Shogun keeps talking about what a great show it is. They don't show any dialogue
Oh, from
on the
what I
commercials.
no, from what I read, they're not doing a season 2. It's not
But
gonna get a season 2.
that's fine. It looks
Mhm.
wildly expensive. Not as expensive as Avatar did, but wildly expensive.
Right. Did we mention Avatar
Yeah.
and the little video from last week?
The video from last week?
Yeah, so we weren't sure after it dropped if they were gonna get a second season.
Oh, that's right. I think
Did we
that
mention
news came
that?
out the next day.
Right.
Oh no,
So
we talked about it last week. I lied.
did we? Yeah, we did. Never mind. If you didn't go look up the video, Daniel Day Kim announced to the cast that they got season 2 and 3. And there's actually a really, really good video. I like that kind of feel good, like, little feel good story. Um, Invincible, which I do have to like start watching again because that second half of that season's coming soon, right? Or is it out?
No, I think next week.
Next, okay.
This week?
That
Maybe?
actually I'm gonna push Agents of Shield on the back burner since now I'm in between seasons
That's a good call.
and pick this up.
And are you
But
going into season 5?
of what?
Agents of Shield.
No, I'm going into 3. I'm
Oh.
early.
Oh, 3's not that bad. Okay.
No, 3's good.
3's the
This is
LMDs.
like huh?
3's the LMDs. 3's when they
Uh,
finally figured out a path for the story, isn't it?
this is right no, this is the season with Hydra where Gemma got sucked to the other planet.
Yeah, but there's 3 parts to this story.
Right.
So you have
But I
that, and then you
just
have the LMDs at the same time because what's his name falls for Joe Casta while Jenna is gone.
right. And isn't this is the end of this season is where they're having the pie in a diner and then she becomes the eater of worlds or whatever the hell it is? Or is that 4?
That's the end of 4. Into 5 is
Okay.
when they go to the
Okay.
outer
This
space.
season's the end of this season is when Bobby and Hunter get, like excommunicated, right?
Yeah,
That's 3? Yeah,
I
that was
believe
6.
that's the end of 3.
So Invincible,
Yeah.
which I am actually going to start watching this week now. Um, Stephen Yoon said the delays between season 1 or 2 were due to various factors, but efforts are being made to avoid such a long delay between 2 and 3. They're working hard to have a backlog of episodes ready to time the animation appropriately for season 3. So that's good that they're kind of like picking the pace up where other shows are
Um,
dragging their feet.
Thursday, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't make it for Thursday, but I'll definitely get there. Season 3 script writing is already in progress for Invincible. Um, season 2 took long because of like the writer strike and
Yeah, and all this stuff, and they
all
had to
kinds
start
of stuff.
from
Yeah.
zero, but they had to write it in the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, look,
Uh,
Invincible's great. They're moving quickly this season, like a little way faster than they did season 1. But
yeah.
it's also a little tighter storytelling because of that. So they're getting through a lot more stuff. So I just hope they don't rush too bad to get through these storylines because it makes it a little tough to
Yeah.
really give a shit about Mark when they're not really pulling you in anymore with the
Did
storyline for
you
him.
did you catch the second Fallout trailer for the TV show?
No, I still don't know if I even watched the whole of the first one because
Yeah.
I
You,
that was the last video game I started. It's probably still sitting there waiting for me to go back and
you,
start playing.
you definitely want to watch the second trailer. The second trailer really reveals a lot more. Absolutely looks like it's going to be from the trailer. Awesome.
Cool.
Very
It's
excited for this.
Yeah, they from what I read, they're not trying to do any of the video game storylines. They're just setting into that world and going with their own
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. It's the perfect blend of that 50s-ish music,
Hmm.
and it's the song from the game that I don't want to set the world on fire is at the backdrop um of the whole trailer. But yeah, I like the fact that they're not touching the video game stuff and they're just using that world.
Yeah, same thing. Twisted Metal did.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think I think a lot of places are starting to learn lessons from some of these video games as to how, other than Last of Us, how they've been successful in making these
That
video game shows.
that comes out April 11th.
Okay. Well, I got time to beat the whole video game series then.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't.
maybe.
I don't.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I don't. It's not
It's a
gonna
lot.
happen.
No. Like I said, I said it before. I played Fallout 4 up until I figured out the twist in the game, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't need to play anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's.
Cool.
Um, any Walking Dead stuff? Anything
Yeah,
before I
so
jump into
I was
Fallout?
wrong. Those Who Live was not only 3 episodes long for this season, which is great. It's gonna be 6.
Oh, even better.
You finally get, so I mean, they set up things in here where the CRM, which is the group that they are now tied in with Rick and Michonne, has a 500-year plan to fix the planet. So
Okay.
like they set up when one an end game for Walking Dead in 500 years, and two, wherever we want to go with it, we can drop in these storylines now. Right, like we want to go. All right, it's the grandkids, and we fast forward to this futuristic, but it wouldn't be futuristic because technology kind of went to a standstill. So realistically, it's just old and rusted stuff. So it's kind of a cool effect you could do,
Oh, that's
kind of
neat.
Mad Max-ish. You know what I mean? Um, so I'm intrigued to see where that goes. This another great episode. It's one of the things where you realize when you get these phenomenal actors and actresses cast in these roles
Right.
and actually give them decent writing, they can really do just great work. And that's what's going on with that show right now. I was reminded of it with how much I keep talking about Fear the Walking Dead. One of the leads in Fear the Walking Dead was, just a runner up for best actor at the Oscars, Coleman Domingo. It was just a stage guy until he did Fear the Walking Dead for the most part. And then that brought him into screen and got him noticed. And then all these other, played in Rustin and
Right.
got that Oscar nod. So like just these great actors and actresses that they're pulling in on these series it's super fun to watch.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's great to see the two of them back together again. They're putting some interesting twists on the story, and I'm excited to see where they take it the next couple episodes because there's 3 more left. It seems like.
I saw her in the Call of Duty skin.
Oh, Michonne,
Yep.
cool.
Yep. Not buying it.
Did she also get a Black Panther skin for Call of Duty or no?
No, they didn't
Okay.
do Marvel stuff. They did the boys. And I have Skeletor, so like that's
Good.
pretty much
Good. Skeletor's a good one.
yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Never played Call of Duty.
That's Skeletor.
Got it.
Yeah. Um. So the Oscars were last night.
They were. How did you enjoy them? Did you watch them?
What?
Yep.
No, but I did watch some clips today at
Okay.
work. I did watch the song that you had mentioned.
Yeah, look, all of the performances were all of the song performances were great.
I watched the Barbie song, so let me be specific.
One of the two Barbie songs. There was two Barbie songs nominated.
Okay, I watched the Ken song.
There you go.
That was fun. That was cute.
I mean, you had Ryan Gosling, right, coming out of the crowd, singing along with Margot Robbie and Emma Thompson
Oh,
and
she
Greta
was
Gerwig.
she
Not
looked
Emma Thompson,
embarrassed.
Emma Stone. Emma Stone broke her dress
Yeah.
during that song. You get him on stage, and you realize that Shang-Chi is there dancing with him, as well as all of the other Kens from the movie showed up to be part of I'm Just Ken.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Which is phenomenal. And then to wrap it up, you have the live band at the end.
Yeah.
Where you had Mark Ronson, who wrote the song, playing bass.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
You had Slash come out playing a solo.
Yeah.
And then behind him on guitar is Wolfgang Van Halen.
Right.
On the same stage. And when they went to clear them all out, I don't know if you caught this, they didn't leave.
No?
Those two were just hanging out talking while the rest of the stage cleared. You probably wasn't in the clip. The rest of the stage cleared. Everybody else is gone. The two of them were just like shooting the shit at the front of the stage. It's great.
That's awesome.
But I mean, think about it. You had Van Halen and Guns N' Roses on the same stage.
Basically, yeah.
How crazy. And the guy that wrote Uptown Funk.
That's kind of awesome. It was good.
It was great.
I watched so I like the way they presented the awards to the I watched the supporting actress and actor, best actor and actress, and I liked the way that they did that with the five previous, was it 5 previous?
Yeah, so for anybody that didn't watch, what they did was just 5 Oscar winners, not previous, but from any time, because it's been a minute for best actor. Nicolas Cage was up there, and it's been a minute.
That's what
so they brought out 5 of them, and each one introduced a different nominee.
Yeah.
So it was really, really well done, as long as they knew who the person was.
It was. It was. Who screwed up? Somebody screwed up. Was it Matthew McConaughey?
No.
Somebody.
I think it's probably best supporting, because all of the regular ones did fine.
Yeah, no. It was,
Forrest Whitaker knew Coleman Domingo. Nicolas Cage was amazing with his one for Paul Giamatti.
He was.
Because he was completely Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
In his presentation, he's like, you walked around on stage or on set. We went method. It was a lazy eye. You walked around with the contact in your eye, blind, for months. He's like, would I have done it? Hell yes, I would have done it. But you did it.
Yeah.
It was great.
I saw the clip of Arnold and Danny DeVito going at Michael Keaton. That was pretty funny.
Oh, I gotta watch that one. I missed that one.
Yeah,
I took a few breaks because I was breaking in a new. I got a new toy for my pedal board. So,
the two of them were there, and they started ribbing on him for Batman showing up, and it was
nice.
it was kind of funny because Michael Keaton just kind of gave him the Batman stare. He just kind of stared at them the whole time, and it was actually pretty funny.
But not Arnold Schwarzenegger's Batman, so a little weird.
No, it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger's Batman, but he played along as if that was.
Yeah.
And then I watched Al Pacino completely befuddle everyone.
To me, it says Oppenheimer.
It's in my eyes, Oppenheimer, and it was like they weren't like, and he said that the producers told him to do that, and he sounded drunk, which wouldn't be a shock.
Nah, look, he's also, as Jimmy Kimmel said, he had to get a sitter. The man hasn't slept, Frank.
That's right.
He has like a 6-month-old. The guy hasn't slept in forever.
And I did watch Kimmel's opening monologue because I like to see the opening monologue, and I was a little tiny bit uncomfortable with Robert Downey Jr.
I didn't watch his opening. What was where did he go at him?
he kind of went in on him about the drugs a little bit.
Yeah, but
Robert looked like he was playing it off really well, and
yeah,
he's like, "What's that in your pocket? You know, is that blah blah blah?" And Kimmel and Robert Downey Jr. is kind of going like this, like, and he's like 2 on the nose, and he kept going like this to Kimmel, like you're fishing,
yeah,
and it was a little like a tiny bit cringe, but
yeah.
not like
Not
you
as
know,
bad as the Emmys, I bet.
probably not as bad as the
Or
Emmys.
no, Golden Globes. Sorry, whatever
Yes.
Joe Coy hosted
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
Golden Globes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we'll run down some of the winners.
Yeah, I feel bad that I still have not. You've seen the big winner for
Best
7
picture,
categories.
best picture. Yeah, Oppenheimer basically swept everything. Um,
It only didn't win Best Supporting Actress and
right,
Best Actress, right?
right, right. Um, yeah, so it won Best Picture, Best Director, actor in a leading role, Cillian Murphy. Actress in a leading role went to Emma Stone for Poor Things.
Yeah, she was adorable
She
when she
was.
went and accepted.
She was.
I felt so
Um,
bad for Jessica Lange though because she didn't know what to do, and Emma Stone just kept blowing her off, not intentionally,
right.
but like just didn't shake her hand or acknowledge her or anything.
Well, so Robert Downey Jr. won Best Supporting Actor, and there was a whole bunch of flack being thrown his way for when he went up on stage. He basically ignored. Um, I always say his name wrong. The guy that played Short Round. He
Oh, Ke Huy Quan.
okay, yeah. So kind of ignored him, and people and I go, oh, well, why is he ignoring him? And then everybody's like, look at the pictures backstage. He had like 60 seconds to thank people, and like there wasn't time to like
Right.
handshake and smile. Like he gave a fist pound to Sam Rockwell, and you know backstage though there was all pictures of all them hugging and smiling. So
Right.
it's just the news trying to make a story. Actress in a supporting role went to Divine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers.
Yay, Philly.
Yay,
Philly's
Philly.
own.
Adapted screenplay went to American Fiction, written for the screen by Cord Jefferson.
Which that is
Uh,
streaming for free. Anybody that hasn't watched it yet,
there
I
we go.
believe it's on Prime now. Maybe it's Hulu, but I think it's on Prime.
Let's skip through some of these. Cinematography,
Yep.
Oppenheimer.
Yep.
Original song, What Was I Made For from Barbie. Music and lyric by Billie Eilish and
Yeah,
Phineas
that was another
O'Connell.
gorgeous. Yeah, that's her brother. Another great performance. Those two did it, and then they brought in the whole Oscars orchestra from behind
Oh,
that
that's
came in and
cool.
helped finish them. And it was just started out with just the two of them. That girl can sing when she wants to.
Yeah, yeah. Original score went to Oppenheimer. Animated short film, War Is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko.
Yeah, which was cool. Sean
Okay.
Ono Lennon came up with them.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
What the my favorite quote of the night was actually from Christopher Nolan. I'm not a huge Christopher Nolan guy, but my favorite quote of the night was he talked about film's been around about 100 years. He's like, and thank you for letting me be a part of it and all that. But he's like, imagine being at the start of art or theater 100 years in, and
Right.
so imagine like we're still in the infancy of all of this,
Yeah.
right? Like theater has been around 2,000 years. So film's been around 100. So imagine the places we're going to end up going from a film standpoint as we progress. And I thought that was kind of a really cool
Yeah,
thought
that's
to it. Like we're at the infancy of this still, even though we feel like it's been around forever.
um visual effects Godzilla minus one.
Oh, did it? That's awesome. I did
Yeah,
not. I
it
still
did.
that's on my list because it still hasn't dropped anywhere besides in theaters. I don't think.
Yeah. It's fun, and that's I mean that was really it for the Oscars. What's really funny is I actually looked at the movie theater to go see a movie this weekend, and there was nothing in the theater that I actually wanted to see.
No, it's pretty bad out there right now.
It was a
But
bad.
I was going to say the only other one, Across the Spider Verse, was nominated but did lose to The Boy and the Heron, which is affiliated with Mark Hamill, so it's really okay.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, it's a dreary. No, well, there's Dune 2, but you haven't watched Dune 1 yet.
Right. And I didn't feel like spending 4 hours in a theater on Sunday.
That's fair. I did. I watched something.
Did you?
I watched the Mean Girls that dropped.
Oh, the movie musical?
Yeah, not as good as the musical, like, at all.
No?
No. No, we watched it now apparently that's gonna be the new thing that I watch 100 times because my daughter decided that that's her new favorite movie. Um, Dylan, how are you? Been a minute, good to see you there in the
Hey,
chat.
Dylan. Monster Mania was this weekend at the, Cherry Hill over there.
I saw a lot of people went there,
I
I
saw a
forgot to
bunch.
mention earlier, speaking of monsters, it looks like Charles watched the new Goosebumps series, I think starring Justin Long on Disney Plus, the one that dropped, end of last year.
Yeah, I saw a
On the
bunch of
list
pictures
too.
Jackie took with, like, Sam Raimi and different actors. It just seems like that Monster Mania con seems like it's so down to earth and just, like, intimate
Yeah,
as
there
opposed to
was a
going to a bigger Comic-Con.
there he is, see, Dylan,
Yep,
Sam
Sam
Raimi,
Raimi,
yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
Michael
awesome.
Gross was there, I saw.
Yes. My dog
Lots
is
of
going
good
ape
stuff.
shit.
Huh? Wow.
I said my dog is going ape shit downstairs just
Oh,
because
got
all
it.
the dogs in the neighborhood are out again.
Oh, that's fun. It's not awful out for once right now.
Um,
Oh, Charles did not watch Kung Fu Panda 4. Or Charles may have, I don't know.
he
Did
did
you
watch
you
Kung
did
Fu
not wanna
Panda?
go see Kung Fu Panda 4? Is that what you're saying?
No, he did watch the new Gooseberry series, but no
Goosebumps?
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Not Gooseberries.
Yes, Gooseberries.
You did not wanna watch that when you were at
I
the
did not know that that was a thing, and I have not seen Kung Fu Panda 1 through 3, so I didn't wanna kinda spoil it for myself.
Oh, one of the early on for me, video games at PlayStation had down was, or for PlayStation Game of the Month was Kung Fu Panda, and that was the one my kids decided was their favorite fighting game because it was just as bad as Super Smash Brothers,
Nice.
which
Nice.
might be one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life, but my
It's because you're not good at it.
kids are obsessed with it. I'm fine at it. There's no way to be good at it. It's stupid.
Um,
Did you get Bad Batch in?
no, that's the other one I
Oh,
have to watch. I'm what, 2 back now?
2 back. We're
That's good.
finally the band's back together. It was a good episode.
That's good. I will catch up this week and be ready for Monday to go 3 in a row.
Okay, I believe you. Kung
Yeah,
Fu Panda made 80 million over the weekend. That is more than Madame Web has made worldwide, I believe.
it probably is. I don't have any Madam Web news whatsoever.
Yeah, that's understandable.
None at all.
I mean, there's a
Um,
bunch. Go ahead.
I know I was gonna say I do have one small little Marvel snippet.
Okay, I was gonna say there's some DC stuff that happened.
I do have some DC stuff that you can throw out what I don't have. Um, a controversial X-Men 3-star reveals he rejected a Deadpool 3 cameo. It's such a drama putting on that suit, he said. Do you know who that was?
I do. I do. One of my favorite characters from Gone in 60 Seconds. Uh, I
Vinnie
don't.
Jones.
There it is, Vinny Jones. I was gonna say I can't remember his name, but it's
Turned down the Juggernaut cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine due to suit impracticality, despite loving the Deadpool movies.
I would think more it's the fact that he's 20 years older and not built
I
to
don't know.
wear that costume because that was not a very covering costume.
Yeah. So he's not. I'm avoiding all spoilers, all spoilers regarding that movie going forward, because I don't want to know who's in it. The leaked Doctor Strange spoilers ruined the Doctor Strange movie for me, and the fact that that movie sucked. So I don't want that expectation going in.
Yeah, that was a double whammy for you with Doctor
Yes.
Strange. Dylan gave us some inside scoop on Sam Raimi, though. So the original plan for Spider-Man 4 was scrapped because they wouldn't let him adjust his rush script.
Ah,
So that's
okay.
interesting to see there.
Yeah, it is. Um, Now in the DC universe, um, James Gunn has said some stuff. Somebody tweeted to James Gunn or threaded to him. Is that a thing? Is it threaded?
Sure. I bet
Somebody
that's
hit him
what they
on
were
the
going for.
somebody hit him on the threads and at
Better than
James
being
Gunn,
X'd.
huh?
It's better than being X'd.
It could be better than being X'd. X gonna give it to you. Please cast Grant Gustin as one of the heroes in the DCU. Such a waste of such a great actor. All his talent is going to waste. James Gunn's reply was, Grant is an incredibly talented guy performing now on Broadway, I believe, and is absolutely not going to waste just because he's not currently in a DC project. But of course, I'd love to work with him at some point.
Yeah.
Hopeful. I mean, I know he's
Sure.
being nice, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just him being polite.
it is just him kind of being polite, maybe. I'm holding on to him saying original and wondering what the new plan is. I did hear that he was possibly involved in another Spider-Man movie to come.
So here's what you do there, right? So Tobey Maguire, right, as Spider-Man,
Okay.
and then mentors Miles Morales for the next 3 movies,
I mean,
right?
maybe not.
I mean that's your way to do it. You get the legacy guys in, you introduce Miles Morales. Sony has all the money they ever want. They just print it for the next
Yep.
3 years to make up for the losses they've taken on every other movie that hasn't had a Spider-Man in it. But I wonder what their agreement is with Marvel on Miles Morales.
I don't know.
Right? Like that's I don't know what that line is and
Big property.
why they wouldn't have already used him unless Marvel said, "Look."
I mean,
But Marvel can't. So I don't know.
I don't know. Um Peacemaker
Heard of it?
Peacemaker 2 is going to film this summer. Peacemaker season 2 will kick off after the events of the Superman movie.
Okay.
That's a new tidbit.
That's shitty.
DCU's Waller show is set to release after Peacemaker season 2. So she's still getting a show.
Yeah, but the problem with Peacemaker being released then is that means they're going to shelve it for like 9 months to a year. Is this going to start filming in June?
It's going to start filming in June, and I know that. So the only reason I know that before that was because WrestleMania is in April. John Cena is Peacemaker, and John Cena is back to Hollywood and has said that he's free on April 6th, which is night 1 of WrestleMania. He knows where WrestleMania is being held, so he's teasing appearing at WrestleMania, which would be cool. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But he's
I mean,
very
he was at the Oscars last night.
You couldn't see him.
Thank God, because he wasn't wearing anything, from what I hear.
He did that joke. Yeah. Nicholas Hoult, who's playing Lex Luthor and has shaved his head.
Yeah.
And no beard. So we're going clean shave Lex this time.
It's going full method.
Has apparently been working out.
Oh, that's what I like in my Lex.
He said he's gone through a physical transformation. He was on the Inside of You podcast and said that one of his inspirations for his Lex Luthor was Michael Rosenbaum's
Don't do it.
Lex
Luthor.
Luthor.
Did it. Not Michael Cudlitz?
Not yet.
Who is barely a shaved head and also massive.
He's massive. And Yvonne Chapman is joining Superman and Lois season 4 as a new villain, Amanda McCoy, an ally to Lex Luthor.
Great. That's what we need. More allies to Lex Luthor. They should just watch the Legion of Super Pets or the League of Super Pets and use that. I forget. They used a couple of them. No, yeah. Well, an ally to Lex Luthor, but they also already cast Miss
Tessmacher?
Yes, Tessmacher and Otis.
Oh yeah. Okay. There you go. There's another little San Raimi bite from our friend Dylan. Dylan said, I told him about Thomas Hayden Church saying there will be a Spider-Man 4, and his reaction was, oh, he said that, with a funny look.
Look, breaking news here on the Geek Spot. Thanks, Dylan, for bringing it.
Yes, thank you. So there's been new information released on what Michael 'Role would have been as Lex Luthor in Crisis on Infinite Earths. He said, by the time we'd engaged with Michael about appearing in Crisis, thanks in huge part to Stephen Amell's effort, we'd already shot the Smallville reunion scene in hour 2. Nevertheless, I was eager to get Michael's Lex into the story if I could, so my brain started working on options that could be fit into the episodes that we were still shooting. He doesn't remember who is this that's saying this. This is
Guggenheim, I bet.
yeah, it's Guggenheim. He said, I don't remember the exact story beats, but they were noodling with a version where Michael's Lex would interact with John Cryer's Lex, which actually that probably could have been an interesting scene.
It just would have been the two of them yelling at each other.
Probably, yeah. But alas, he did not appear in it.
Yeah, that's all right. Look. Again, I think I mentioned this the other week. If anybody wants to go listen, that season of all of the CW shows is somewhere way back in a feed that Frank and I did Countdown to Crisis, and we recapped every episode every week.
We got it in about an hour and a half, right?
For the 8 weeks until Crisis happened.
We did good.
It was about a half hour an episode, but at that time there was Supergirl, Batwoman, Arrow, The Flash. Legends and wasn't around yet. No, Legends debuted after afterwards. Okay. But yeah, there was a lot of recapping going on there. It was a lot. But it was good times. So Dom's asking if Spider-Man live action hits theaters again, would you go see every live action?
I would do that. I could see myself doing that.
I think I saw the first one in the theater, and that was it. There was a solid 12 years I didn't go to the movies that much because I was busy playing all the time and didn't really go to the movies because I was sleeping or playing.
Sleeping, drinking, or playing?
No, well, or working. I also had a day gig that I was working 60 hours a week and then gigging 5 nights a week and then going out the other night. I think Dom wants to go see, if we can see this, he's going to go see NHW, which I think is a wrestling crew from the mid 90s.
Or it's No Home Way.
Yeah, it's No Home Way. Which is why I had to pull that up on the screen just to give Dom a little love there. I probably won't go see him in the theater, but unless I get back into my theater stretch. It's been a minute because stuff's getting released so fast onto home video that it makes it tough for me to be like, I should go to the movies.
Yeah.
And I'm on a 77-inch screen, so I'm pretty good. It's right there.
I'm not there yet. The last little thing I have is we started last week. We started our 50 best TV shows of the 20th century. Where did we leave off? 40?
I think so. By the way, if you ever want to watch Peppa Pig or Blaze and the Monster Machines on a 77-inch screen, just come on over because that's what's on it all the time. It's great.
That's right. We did.
Money well spent for me.
We stopped at 40. I think it was Insecure. Yep. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna do the next 10.
So far, we'd seen one of these shows.
Yes. We're gonna do the next 10 real fast. We're gonna run through these real fast. So these are, according to the Hollywood Reporter, last October, the 50 best TV shows of the 21st century.
All right.
Number 39, The Deuce, HBO, 2017 to 2019.
Really? The Deuce? All the shows they could pick? Okay. No.
Okay. That's 39.
Still not better than Sex and the City, I'll tell you that.
You think you're going to have a problem with this one, too?
I would assume so.
Number 38, Band of Brothers.
Oh, no, that should be way higher.
That's what I
that's
haven't seen it, but I know that it's epic.
Yeah.
That was HBO 2001.
Which I got to knock that out in Masters of the Sky, which is the new version of it.
37 is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on the CW.
Oh, that show's great.
To 2018.
That show is fantastic. Rachel Bloom is a genius.
Okay. Number 36, this one absolutely deserves to be in the top 20, if not the top 10. The Shield from FX 2002 to 2008.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of set the stage for everything that's been on.
God, was that such a great freaking show with a couple of really good actors in it. And one that's in jail for murdering his wife.
Sounds like you're going to rewatch that.
Not yet. That's an investment. That's like Sons of Anarchy. That's a dark investment. That's not a happy time show. It's absolutely one of my top shows of all time. Number 35, Chernobyl from 2019, HBO.
Seems low.
Does. It's
Though,
one
I mean,
season.
though the Shield should be way up there too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it
One
was only
season,
Chernobyl was
5
only one
episodes.
season. Yeah, look, there's only so many times that they can melt down.
Well, that's why I'm glad it only got one season. There really didn't need to be a second
Once
season.
you get there, there's not a whole lot of story left.
No. No, no, no. Here we are at 34, Jane the Virgin on the CW from 2014 and 19.
I'm gonna safely say there's no show that was on the CW that could really be considered in the top 50
Oh,
of the
this
last
one this one is.
24 years.
33, Orange is the New Black. Netflix, 2013 to 19.
I can't put it on the list because it ended so poorly. It the first 2 seasons were really strong, and then it kind of went off the rails the last 2 years.
Number 32, Veep, HBO 2012 to 2019.
Didn't
Seems
watch it.
low.
My Max every time I log in, telling me, "Hey, you're supposed to watch this."
I read it was great. It was absolutely great. Julie Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah, the writing's fantastic on it, from what I understand.
Number 31, Fleabag, BBC Three and Amazon Prime Video 2016 to 19.
31's not a bad spot for that. I'll
Okay.
take 31.
That's that Phoebe Waller-Bridges from Indiana Jones.
Yep. And
Or the other way
Fleabag,
around.
who wrote, directed, and starred in it.
And number 30, if we're going to stop here, number 30, Game of Thrones.
Really?
Game of Thrones at 30. HBO 2011 to 2019. I wonder if it lost points for the last season, maybe?
No, because they had, what should I just say? But they had Orange is the New Black on there
Yeah,
still at a pretty good
yeah,
clip for not being, the first season of it was, like, really well regarded, but
yeah. I mean, if you want, we can go down to 20 and stop there.
sure, let's do it.
We're a
Let's do
little,
it.
because that went fast. Number 29, Broad City, Comedy Central, 2014 to 19.
No,
Never
I
heard
don't
of
even
it.
know what it is.
Nope. No, it's a comedy. Number
It's better than
28.
Game of Thrones, apparently.
These are all better than Game of Thrones, apparently, and The Shield. And
Yep.
so, number 28, How to Win with John Wilson, HBO 2020 to 2023.
No, never heard of it.
No clue. Better than Game of Thrones. Um,
I don't think HBO would even agree with that.
no. Number 27, Parks and Rec, NBC 2009 to 15.
I think that's the right spot for Parks and Rec.
Better. It's definitely better than Game of Thrones overall, but it has a little longer. Like that's
Yeah.
a show that once Rob Lowe and Adam Scott joined the cast, it like really found its footing and went in the right direction.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for that one.
Yeah. Number 26. Oh, we're in the shows that I watched now. Like, here's where I'm at. Like, see, I only watch shows in the top 25.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica, Sci-Fi, 2003 to 2009.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good spot for it. It was a good show.
It might go above that, in my opinion,
I mean, it's a good spot depending on what's
because
after
it reset like sci-fi for the next
It-
20 years.
It
You know what I mean?
absolutely
Like,
did. It absolutely did. Pete is not a fan of
this list I see.
not a fan of the new Battlestar Galactica. He's more Lorne Green. Nothing else exists but Lorne Green. I understand that. He never gave it a chance.
Yeah.
Number 25, Review from Comedy Central, 2014 to 17.
No.
I don't know it.
No. So clearly not better than all those shows we just mentioned.
Yeah. 24, I May Destroy You, BBC One and HBO 2020.
No, I think I might have caught an episode of it, but
No, I'm not sure
not
about
that
it
great.
23, Survivor, CBS 2000 to present.
I mean, if you put it down as shows, it's on season like 40.
Yeah.
Changed reality and competition television.
I was a huge fan up until like just after the Pirate season.
If that was
And then I
top
kinda cracked
5,
down.
I wouldn't be able to say no
Yeah. No, it's
for the impact that it's had and the fact that it's still on.
I think it just reinvents itself every so often.
The fact that it's still on 23 years in.
Right? Number 22, Better Things, FX 2016 to 2022. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, this was all in the era when we were stuck. We got sucked into those CW shows and couldn't get out for too long because there was just too goddamn many of them.
Number 21, I don't know, I might wanna put this one a little higher, Deadwood, HBO 2004 to 6. You ever watch it?
Where's that at? 20?
21. I mean, it's
Uh, no, I think that's a good spot for Deadwood
I thought it was phenomenal.
because there's other shows that I would have put ahead of that because as good as it was, the third season was not
Yeah,
great.
no, and then
Second season was okay, but not
the
as good as
movie
the
to
first
wrap it
season.
up was a little eh.
Yeah, that's
And,
one like first season was great, and then I was like,
and then rounding off this list for tonight, and, we'll do the top 20 next week, is Peep Show, 2003 to 2015, Channel 4. Don't know what it
I don't
is.
even know what Channel 4 is, but great.
Neither do I. It's a UK thing. So it
Got
says
it.
before Succession was the funniest nihilistic tale about a family that slowly destroyed each other.
Oh,
Peep Show was the funniest nihilistic tale about a pair of best friends that slowly destroy each other.
that's fun.
Okay.
Uh,
Um,
yeah.
no, not for
So
me.
happy St. Patty's weekend, everybody! Coming up out of nowhere. Uh, if you want to come catch me Friday, you can catch me at the Fireside Smokehouse in Feasterville from 4 to 7, or the W Tavern in Willow Grove on Sunday from 5 to 8, playing Irish tunes and all that good stuff. You can check out there in the rest of the month schedule at jackkidmusic.com or on all the socials at those same spots. Frank's going to watch some stuff this week. He said
Yep.
um,
You can catch my
he's gonna have a fancy guest star next Monday with him. So I'll
possibly.
be out doing work stuff, and we got to thank y'all for finding the geek spot as always.
Thank you guys.